Welcome back to another video, guys. Thank you so much for joining today. Today we're going to be doing part 2 of the legendary Trifecta, otherwise known as the Payfecta deck. Now all of the gameplay that you're going to be seeing here is from a tournament that was held by Clash Royale ESG on Twitch. I'll include a link in the description below so you can follow him and get some more tournaments. He does tournaments frequently, and so he's definitely worth watching. Now this tournament, I was only able to join in for the last 13 minutes, and so far we're climbing our way up there. We're not going to be able to get number 1 for sure, but let's see how high I can get up here in this these 13 minutes. So we're starting out with this video. I believe this is my 3rd or my 4th match in this tournament, and we're facing against Rabiro. He has an interesting deck right here where he's got what looks like a spawner deck. He's got the Barbarian Hut. And so when you're dealing with troops like the Barbarian Hut or the Goblin Hut or other spawners, you have to realize that each troop that comes out of there should be treated differently than, say, the regular Barbarians or the Goblins. And here's why. So if you take a look at just the Barbarian Hut, it costs 7 elixir, and it is up for a minute and spawns barbarians every 14 seconds. That means that you're going to get 4 waves of barbarians out there, which is going to be a total of 8 barbarians. Now if you take 7 elixir divided by those 8 barbarians, that means you're getting 0.87 elixir per barbarian. And if you have a pair of them, that's 1.75 elixir per pair. So that means that you are going to be needing to counter those barbarians with less than 1 elixir per wave, or make sure that whatever you're using to counter them stays alive and requires them to answer with another type of counter. Fantastic cards in this deck are the Princess and the Ice Wizard for taking care of spawners like the Barbarian Hut and other spawners as well, because they can do damage from so far away like the Princess, or because the Ice Wizard is so slow. Now that sounds like it could be an issue, but it's actually a big benefit of the Ice Wizard, because that means that he takes forever to cross, giving you time to pair other troops up with him. Now you'll see right here that we are getting close. He has my tower down to just 733 health points. You know, of course I've got my miner and ready and Zap to take care of that tower. So he's still making good pushes. He's got his miner as well, but I don't think it's going to quite cut it. So here, so far, we've played 4 matches in this tournament, and we've had 4 wins. So we're going to be playing, looks like we have 2 minutes and 20 seconds left. Now I'm 46th in the tournament. We're going to go ahead and jump in there. Now I'd love to face off against one of the top people, but it looks like they're all playing a match. So we're just going to go ahead and start and see who our next challenger is. So it looks like this is Karthik from Royal Empire. Now he doesn't quite have as many trophies as I was hoping he would. My favorite thing about Clash Royale is just facing against an opponent that is really skilled, because in my opinion there's just no better way to get better at the game than facing somebody that just knows how to mop the floor with you. So now interestingly enough, we're facing another Barbarian deck user. Now I don't know if he's using something else like a Spear Goblin Hut or something else to make this even more of a spawn deck, but we'll take a look. Now he pulls out the Princess. Now I'm not used to seeing princesses with spawn decks, so we'll see how this turns out. You're going to see an interesting push right here where I just had a minimal amount of elixir, but I threw down that miner and the Ice Spirit. I knew that he had a low amount of elixir, probably wouldn't be able to counter that, and that Ice Spirit getting on there will freeze that tower for 2 seconds, allowing the miner to do a lot more damage than your opponent's going to be expecting. Now he throws down another Barbarian Hut, which means that he's got 4 barbarians coming down that lane. That's something that I have to worry about, and he throws down the miner. So right here I'm going to drop down the Ice Wizard, hope that it can defend, and hope that those minions go get some damage on that Barbarian Hut. Now here I see that he has that Musketeer. One of my favorite things about having a level 7 Musketeer and a level 9 Ice Wizard is you can throw it down right when the tower gets within range in there. The Musketeer will get 1 shot off that Ice Wizard or Ice Spirit and then allow your tower to almost finish that Musketeer off with only getting one shot on the tower. That is a 3 elixir advantage, which is just massive. This is one example of where that Ice Spirit can really turn the tides. You can see how I had all that extra elixir right there, where I was able to do a push with the miner and the minions, and then use those minions to defend those barbarians. And once again, use that Ice Spirit to defend against them. The Ice Spirit's just a phenomenal card. I love using it in this deck. It's super beneficial, even when you're playing against things like the Royal Giant in the ladder play. I haven't really talked about this yet, but this is a deck that is very much usable in the ladder. Not all decks have the potential to play against in the ladder, because they just don't have the capability of taking down cards that are stronger leveled, and because that's what you're going to be facing in the ladder. This deck has that ability. You've got so much utility with the all 3 of the legendary cards, but also that Ice Spirit just adds so much to it. It looks like we're going to pull off another win here. And you can just see that this deck is so powerful. We went 5 matches in a row, straight wins, faced some really good and skilled opponents. Now, looks like number 1 and 2 are actually still going at it, so we'll watch this while we finish this video out. Now, the crazy thing is here, we got number 1 and we got number 2 facing off against each other, both using the legendary Trifecta deck. Not the same exact one that I have, a very different one with a very different style, but you can still see how strong these cards are all together. Even though these decks cost a lot more than mine would be considered a cycle deck, where I'm just trying to get cards out there as fast as I can to try and to the point where the opponent can't defend. This deck is called a tempo burn type deck, where you've got that poison and the furnace, and those cards are just so fantastic at taking care of troops like the mini P.E.K.K.A. Once again, everybody, I wanted to just thank you for taking the time to watch these videos. I am a brand new YouTuber, figuring everything out as I go, and I would appreciate all the feedback that you can possibly give me. So go ahead and put some comments down in the comments section, and like it, subscribe. It looks like we were able to get 37th in a 200-man tournament in 13 minutes. So thanks again for watching. Hope you have a great day. We'll catch you next time.